I used to refer to myself as the reluctant mystic. And I did that because that word didn't make sense to me, mystic. And I didn't think that was me, and I didn't know why I would use it. It didn't feel like that was who I was supposed to be in this life. I had done too many other things. So I didn't talk about it. But when I started saying reluctant, it was because I knew I had to. and and that's why I'm talking about it now, because our world is moving through a really great transition, and it's kind of uncomfortable for a lot of people, but I do understand what's happening, and everything that is occurring is the information that I have received through Wilhelm. So being that reluctant mystic was what allowed me to capture all this information, and it's what allowed me to heal, and what allowed me to see the capabilities of every other person, because it's consciousness. We only exist in consciousness, and all we have in this world that we work with the energy and consciousness. And when we learn how to work with them, we can create anything, we can change anything, we can accomplish anything. That's just science. Wilhelm happened to connect me to something else, a greater intelligence, because that's how I received the information. It wasn't me. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have organized it the way that it is. I couldn't have produced those results. But because it was so different, I held myself back as well. Because we don't understand that we're always evolving, and we can change into something that can be really surprising. And that's what's supposed to happen now. The world is shifting. The events that are occurring in our world, especially in the United States, are not accidental. And even down to the day that Wilhelm gave us messages on what was occurring and the shifts that were going to be happening. And the way that we handle them is by becoming our authentic selves, by loving who you are and who you have become. Because it may seem that things are really being torn apart. That's purposeful, so that you can come together, so that you can remember how brilliant you are, how powerful you are, how much you deserve wealth and abundance. That's what this shift is about. And it's energy again. And we can pinpoint it down to specific movements of our energies of our planets and say, oh, yeah, this is what's going on, and this is why we're acting this way. But when we don't take the time to really share what we know and what we can achieve, that doesn't help anyone. And so I'm shifting everything now. I've really been torn apart the last few days because it's challenging for me. And when I see people suffering, it's like, I know you can have the answer because it's been given. I had to work through it. So I do know that it's there. And then this empathetic part of me just keeps like hanging on to hoping some people will understand. But I want you to understand these changes are going to continue. And so the way that we're going to handle it is by becoming fully empowered. And that's what all the work is that Wilhelm has given us, is about becoming self-empowered, knowing who you are, living your life and becoming abundant. And all of it is energy. And that is the plan that is there. So I'm no longer that reluctant mystic. Now I'm putting together all of Wilhelm's work. I'll call it Wilhelm's University or something, because that's how much I have received. And it would have to be that for it to produce the results. And so I know that anyone can achieve success and happiness and all that because we have the work now. Now, you may not do it. That's the other part of it. And I have to recognize that. The only reason you won't reach that success is that you will hide from yourself. And I did it, so I do understand it. And it's a day by day process of moving through the blockages and the limitations that you've placed on yourself. And now we have a generational movement that we're moving through, where all of our old beliefs from our ancestors are here as well. And that's all the information that Wilhelm gave us. But what happens when you understand it, when you understand yourself, your purpose, and why you're here, and can shift your energy and your consciousness, everything changes. And that's what Wilhelm is giving us. And so now I'm completing all of that. And the other thing I'm going to start doing again, now that the tuition has been changed, so it's worth it now, I'm going to start doing consultations so people can understand the work. So that is coming about as well. But I wanted to do this today so that you understand you can achieve greatness. And it may be stressful right now, everything you're seeing, and especially today with what you might have felt with your stock market or whatever is going on. That's energy again, and that means the energy is asking you to become your best self. Have a really great day, night, whatever you might see this. See you soon.